KSLA News 12 starts now.
Just hours ago, ecstatic college football fans cheered on the University of Alabama at Birmingham Blazers and the Brigham Young University Cougars. UAB won the 45th Independence Bowl after days of practice on the turf in Shreveport, and today's game was a momentous end to the season for both teams. UAB pulled off today's bowl game win against BYU with a final score of 31-28. Good evening, I'm Destiny Patterson. Tonight we have coverage from the tailgates to the sideline. So let's get right into it. KSLA News 12 Sports anchor James Hadnot is live with us tonight with a look at some of the biggest plays. It was a busy day for you, James. Tell us about it.
Well, the day is never weary when you have a chance to talk about sports. Thank you so much, Destiny. And we're here outside of the Independence Bowl where there were fans here earlier today cheering on both sides. It was a momentous occasion, and we start with how things got down for both UAB and for BYU. Fans from BYU were out early. They had all of their different signs. They were really excited about what to see here today. And we start with UAB. They did a very good job with Garrett Prince. Garrett Prince catches this pass right from Dylan Hopkins going into the end zone for the touchdown. And that was the first play, and that's how things moved on. Now Tyler Algier, he has a long run, 35 yards to set up his first touchdown of the day. It was tied 14-14 late in the in the first half, before Garrett Prince is going to find himself in the end zone once again. Prince made it a 21-14 scoreline before going into the half. Moving into the second half, BYU had to do something. They had to do something because UAB had all of the momentum. Tyler Beatty had a huge sack, forcing a field goal by UAB. Then moving along into the second half, going to the fourth quarter, Algier is going to be on the other end as Mason Wask finds himself running right down the middle of the field, and he does not get in the end zone, but Tyler Algier is going to have his back. And so finally, needing points, UAB trying to work themselves in, they score the touchdown on 4th down and 9. Trey Shropshire has it, and that is how things went down. And so after all of this, head coach Bill Clark was really excited about what he saw, and here's what he had to say about his team's fighting spirit.
That was the thing we talked about, and I talked about it yesterday. I talked about it again today. They're going to score some points. We've got to respond, and we can't get down, And I would use some of these bowl games. I said, y'all saw a bowl game last night where a team was, maybe if you cut the game off early, you thought it was over. And you just got to keep playing and keep playing. And sometimes that's hard. It's hard to have faith when they've just scored and they got, they had a really good crowd tonight who was behind them. So, but they kept fighting, and we had to create our own energy on the sideline.
Well, that energy was very palpable. The UAB band was here, and Coach Clark really mentioned how he was excited about the band because that helped with the energy. Dwayne McBride had a lot of energy. He had 1 touchdown, more than 160 yards. Garrett Prince, 2 touchdown catches, and Hopkins with 3 touchdown passes for UAB. BYU ends their season with 3 losses. They were the number 13 ranked team in the nation, and Coach Satake was still happy with what his team did today. Felt that they could have made more plays, but still loves his team. That's what he said in his post-game presser, and that's how we wrap things up here from the Independence Bowl. James Hadnot, KSLA 12 Sports.
For both BYU fans and UAB fans and everything else in between, spirits were bright at tailgates today despite the rainy weather. KSLA News 12's Jade Myers was there for that action.
Go Cougs! Woo! Go Blazers! Woo!
Blue and green filled the Independence Bowl tailgate as Brigham Young University and University of Alabama at Birmingham fans got ready for the game.
In the rain, who knows, but yeah, it should be a good Cougar performance.
We got the best coach, we got rain, so it's anybody's game.
Rain or shine, fans were proud to represent their teams.
It's been awesome.
It's been wet and awesome.
But awesome.
Love it. Love Shreveport. Stayed here last night. Great location. I think it's great.
Fans of all ages were seen at the tailgate.
We came to go watch BYU at their Pro Bowl game.
And some fans weren't going for BYU nor UAB. They just came for the experience.
Independence Bowl.
Independence Bowl, yeah!
Lots of energy out there. You can see the scores and read more about the game and festivities surrounding the 2021 Independence Bowl on our KSLA News 12 app. You can scan the QR code that you see there on your screen, and you can also follow our new sports reporter, James Hadnot, that you just saw. If you go to our Meet the Team section on KSLA.com, we have a link to his Twitter page. And now wicked weather is notorious on the day of the Independence Bowl. If you take a look at your screen now, this is footage from the most memorable game known as the Snow Bowl, played in 2000. It snowed throughout the game, and at times it even made it hard to see. Texas A&M Aggies lost to Mississippi State during that game. And Jessica, it definitely was wet today, definitely rainy, and now it's cold. What can we expect?
That's right, Destiny. The cold front that brought the rain today is now bringing the cool weather. Here's a look at satellite and radar just to give you the overall picture. We're looking at dry skies tonight, but still have some lingering clouds. However, as you see, most of the clouds are starting to make that exit, and that's going to lead to a sunnier Sunday. So that's something exciting to think about. Now, temperatures slowly starting to move that cooler air in. We're looking at temperatures already at 37 in Idabel. We're at 41 currently in DeQueen, 45 in Texarkana, 47 currently in Marshall, Texas. It's 50 degrees right now in Shreveport. Going to get a little bit cooler than that, or a lot cooler, I should say. 56 in Natchitoches, 49 in Mansfield. Overnight tonight, the 30s are back. Finally going to feel a little bit more like winter or December here. Tomorrow morning, we're talking about temperatures freezing and below for Hope, Arkansas, DeQueen, Idabel, and areas in the I-30 corridor in that vicinity. 36 though tomorrow in Texarkana, mid to upper 30s, I-20 and southward. However, we'll continue to see temperatures fall even more into the lower 30s as we head into Monday morning. I'll show you that, and I'll also take a look at that warming trend where temperatures will actually skyrocket once again and back near 80. Destiny.
Well, make sure that you download our KSLA News 12 weather app. It's where you'll find the most up-to-date weather information, including new video forecasts from our weather team. Developing right now, KSLA is learning more about a Bossier Parish firefighter who died during an on-the-job accident. 28-year-old Jesse Henry was filling a fire truck tire with air when it exploded. Authorities told his family the tire sensor hit him in the head. He was a firefighter for South Bossier Fire District 2 the past 4 years. The CDC says it expects Omicron to become the dominant COVID-19 variant in the U.S. within weeks. Meanwhile, Delta variant cases are spiking in many parts of the nation. CBS News correspondent Elise Preston reports from New York.
24-year-old Emily Kabashki is one of many New Yorkers lining up Saturday for a COVID-19 test.
I was exposed by multiple people over the last few days, so I keep getting tested just in case.
Kabashki says she's already tested negative 3 times. Visha Rose is flying to New York, where the new Omicron variant is gaining ground.
I'm boosted and my son's very good at wearing a mask. All our plans are just to stay in the house with family.
109 million people are expected to travel over the holidays. That's a 34% jump from last year. Hoping to get ahead of the next possible strain, researchers at the University of Pennsylvania are sequencing COVID-19 samples to monitor for dangerous mutations.
Then we can stitch them all together using computers and fully determine the sequence.
Kentucky Governor Andy Bossier announced the state's first Omicron cases just about a week after tornadoes killed dozens of people.
Let me say that this is one of the most transmissible viruses, this variant, in modern human history.
As the pandemic closes in on 2 years, it has taken more than 5 million lives around the world, including more than 800,000 in the U.S. Elise Preston, CBS News, New York.
Now, despite the rise in cases, health experts expect many of those cases to be mild or even asymptomatic in vaccinated people, particularly those who have gotten their booster shots.